What's up, everybody? It's Luke James, not the singer. If you're looking to get your music reviewed, you can hit up this email that's right here. But today, I'm going to hit you up with my thoughts and opinions on this latest album from Miguel called War and Leisure. Miguel is a singer, songwriter, and producer from out of Los Angeles who's received a lot of critical acclaim for his past work. In particular, Wild Heart and Kaleidoscope Dream have really received a lot of praise. The reason these projects got a lot of praise is not only because of his voice, but also because of his ability to blend contemporary R&B with more unique and alternative styles. So if that's what you like from Miguel and you like those past two projects, I think you'll appreciate this one because he's really blending a lot of genres and it all comes together quite well. He's hitting you with funky, danceable jams like Banana Clip, Pineapple Skies, and the 80s tinge song called I Told You So. And these are three of my favorite tracks on here. They just have great funky bass lines, they're very groovy, so they get you in a good mood and make you want to move. And I can say the same thing about Caramelo, Duro. This is actually a Latin track where he's singing in Spanish with Kali Uchis, but even though I didn't understand most of the shit he was singing about, I still like this vibe, man. It really has some of those twangy guitars. I like the percussion on this one as well because of the Latin vibe. So all these tracks I just mentioned are very fun, and for when you just want something a bit lighthearted, you know what I'm saying? But if you are looking for some of the other styles on here, you're really going to get a look at some of the interesting production choices. In particular, I liked on the song Wolf, where Raphael Saadiq brought that vintage sound that he's known for. This just sounds like some shit you would hear in a smoky lounge, and on this song, what we get is Miguel comparing his love and passion to the ferociousness of a wolf. It does sound kinda cheesy when he's using Little Red Riding Hood lyrics on that hook, but in spite of that, he still pulls it off damn well, and I thought the songwriting was pretty cool. It was a very interesting idea how he was drawing that comparison and kinda comparing himself to a wild-ass animal, you know what I mean? He's tearing that ass up, that's how he gets down. But if you were looking for some more hazy, bassy vibes, some songs that are a little bit more generic, if you will, he does come through with the song Skywalker. This certainly isn't one of my least favorite tracks, but it's not one of my favorites either because I think it sounds pretty standard. You got Miguel reining his vocals in on this one, so he's not really doing anything too crazy as far as hitting some nice notes and acrobatics, but it's just a hazy, bassy jam featuring a standard Travis Scott feature. Just something for you to drive around to at night, so I appreciate it for that. But another song on here I didn't really love would be the outro track called Now. I think it does close the album off nicely because it is just this political ballad where he's speaking on a lot of the fucked up shit going on in the world today. But, you know, taking a political song and a ballad, putting that shit together, those are two things that aren't always going to work for everybody. And to me, this was one of the weaker songs. I really feel like I'm going to be in the minority on that because it's not like I listen to it and think it's trash. I'm just not interested in a slow, drawn-out track about politics. But at the same time, I appreciate Miguel for wanting to speak on all the shit that he sees. It's just not my bowl of Count Chocula, if you want to put it that way, and I feel the same way about the song City of Angels. This track to me is just kind of weird. You're getting some grungy guitar coming into the mix, and Miguel is singing about how he's away cheating on his girl while Los Angeles is getting blown up or some shit. I don't know what's going on. Maybe Dr. Robotnik's rolling through. Maybe Bowser is taking over the shit. I don't know. It just was kind of a weird track to me, and that was one of my least favorites. But it does get much better, and for the most part, I would say the features on this thing fit perfectly. I especially like that J. Cole feature on Come Through and Chill. This is just a Netflix and chill anthem with dreamy guitar production. And J. Cole has a pretty cool line on here where he's saying something about being patient like a Browns fan. Because those Browns fans, man, if any of you Browns fans are watching right now, I really just feel for you, man. You guys have just this awful team, an awful organization. I don't want to get into football too much, but you guys are really going through some bullshit, so I feel for you. This track, though, it actually kind of reminded me of that old song Makeups to Breakups, or is it Breakups to Makeups? I always get it backwards, but you know what I'm talking about, that Method Man song with D'Angelo. They don't sound exactly the same. It just gives me that vintage 90s rap and R&B collaboration feel, so that's a track I definitely fucked with, and I also kind of like that song Criminal. This is another one that has some rockish, grungy guitar on it, but that Rick Ross verse was pretty dope. I thought he floated over this beat, and it was very interesting to hear him on this type of production. Just imagine if on his next album, instead of coming through with all these generic 808 trap tracks, Rick Ross experimented with some shit like this, or just anything that's a little bit different. I thought it was pretty cool, so I don't have a whole lot of complaints about this album. Miguel is really doing a lot of different genres, and even topically he's bringing a lot of different things. If you're looking for those dirty sexual tracks, he has Anointed, where he's drawing some parallels between sex and religious ideology, symbology. I don't think symbology is a word. I just heard that in Boondock Saints, but whatever. He's just comparing sex and religion, you know what I'm saying? Doing all that type of shit, so maybe someone will find that blasphemous. And then with the song Harem, we get this very hazy track where he's inviting this girl to join his team, basically. These two songs are the sexiest cuts on the album, and they're that type of shit that you might hear on a softcore HBO porn. Pretty cool tracks. So as for my rating here, I'm going to go with a 4 out of 5, because I really like a lot of things about this project. I already talked about a couple of the moments I didn't care for, and even those moments I didn't think were all out trash, and Miguel is really just singing his ass off throughout this project. I really respect him because he has a bit of an old school feel to him. He has a big range, he's not overproduced, he's just a good ass singer, and he sounds great bringing all these different genres onto one project. Even though you're getting all these different sounds, you know, these Latin tracks, these bouncy funky tracks, these harsh guitar tracks, he really brings it together quite well, and that's held together by the songwriting and also by his voice. So this is a dope-ass project. R&B continues to own our asses in 2017, so that's what I think about this project. But if you've checked it out, let me know in the comments section what you think, and if you didn't check it out, I really think you should, because as I said multiple times, it's dope. Hit me up in the comments section with your thoughts. I always want to know what you think. And of course, make sure you check me out on all my social media sites, man. You know where I'm at, so show me love and show me lots of it. Thank you for watching, everybody. I will see you next time.